Hi, this is Mon Rasz and you are listening to my Daily Thoughts number 3. Today's reflections are about sounds. During the last Daily Thoughts I talked about discussion and the difficulties to understand each other, even speaking the same language. Today I would like to dig a little deeper into sounds and words of the same and different languages. What does a language represent? Sure, it's the means of communication of a certain group of people. To make communication work, all participants need to use the same sounds for the same thing they want to express. Like if I want to greet another person and my sound for that is hi, and the other person wants to greet me back and picks the sound, let's say, tag, then we both cannot communicate because we have not agreed on the same sound for the same thing. Different languages use different sounds for the same content to be communicated. I think that is accepted by everyone. But there's also different variations of the same language use different sounds for the same content to be communicated. Before I'm stumbling over my own words, think about English and redneck talk. The words, which are nothing but sounds, not only carry the content but also the feeling and attitude about the content. The difference is how we pronounce or speak the words and which words we use. I can say hello, hi, how are you doing, howdy, what's up, and greetings, to name a few words for the same or similar content, which is here to greet. In order to truly understand what the other person wants to express, we need not only to speak the same language and words, but also need to understand the subtle variations of the sounds of the same word. I'm laying this out because I want to go one step further and ask, can the reverse happen? Can sounds, the way words are spoken, influence us that far that we change our behavior and attitude? Let me explain. I made the following observation and I put it up in form of a statement before I go into more detail. When people, let's say from Germany, immigrate into the US, they carry their culture with them. So their native language is German, their way to look at life overall is German, all that while learning English and being among Americans. As long as their main spoken language stays German, I would even say as long as they pronounce the English words in a German-like manner, they don't change attitude. They think German, communicate over German sounds, and work and do things like Germans. Having said that, once they start pronouncing the English words like Americans, and start thinking English instead of German, then their attitude seems to change, and so does the way they work and behave. It boils down to the question, is it the pictures that we create when hearing words, or is it the sounds by themselves that make us change behavior? While pondering about that, keep in mind that our brain receives nothing but electrical impulses from nose, ears and eyes. Here are a few more examples. First, imagine you look at a wonderful drawing of a scene, like a beach with palm trees and blue water, but without any sound. Or imagine you listen to wonderful music, but without any picture. What has a greater impact on you? Most of you would pick the latter, I bet, because it seems our brain can create pictures much easier from sounds than vice versa. Maybe the sound is so important because when we sleep, we close our eyes but do not shut down nose and ears, so they can stay alert in case of danger. And even when we are awake, we first hear a noise or sound, then turn the head in the direction where it's coming from to look what's going on. So, sound first, then picture, followed by action. Then, as another example, I remember an article about some plants showing a better growth when they were played classic music. Plants, beings that have no ears? How is that to understand? It's hard to explain, but is it not true just because we haven't figured out yet how that works? Or look at how the different groups of people express themselves by various music, for instance. What is more likely to happen? People getting into a fight coming out of a rock concert or out of an opera? This leads us to assume that sounds, like words, music, environmental noise, influence us a lot, maybe to an extent we haven't become fully aware yet. Now, looking back at our initial question about the sound-behavior relationship, I would say that sounds can change not only our momentary behavior, but our overall approach to life, even our culture. If you live for a while among people that know nothing else but the sounds of four-letter words and the corresponding music, you start not only talking like them, but also adapt to their lifestyle. If you want to change something in your life, you might just want to choose purposely in which sound environment you live in. And to come to a closing of today's daily thoughts, let me add this. As much as we try to prevent rare species from extinction, we should also try to keep the different groups and cultures with their words, sounds and music alive. It represents their lifestyle and way of thinking. Finally, we still don't know which lifestyle will be the one that can guarantee our survival on this planet Earth. For today, I thank you for your time. May the higher spirit help us evolve. Until the next daily thoughts, yours truly, Mon Rasz. And today's post-lectum is